Welcome to Jerry Springbok. Today's topic is abortion in the Bible. This weirdo says that a passage that clearly supports abortion doesn't.
Well, you got that right at least, Jerry. I don't think Numbers 5 has anything to do with abortion, any more than your show has to do with professional journalism.
Yeah, okay, smart butt. Let me ask you this. How do you respond to the charge that Numbers 5 has a euphemism for abortion?
What's to respond to? The Old Testament already had a euphemism for a fetus, the fruit of the womb. It's used by multiple authors over a long period of time and was clearly a stable linguistic reference point. It even survived into the New Testament period. In contrast, the word actually used already had another euphemistic sense. It referred to the genitals, or bodily areas concerned with procreation. So where the heck do you get any notion that it could refer to a fetus apart from making it up, you jerk?
Let's get questions from the studio audience.
Good job, Jerry. Take a powder.
I got a scholar here who says that Numbers 5 means an abortion.
Oh, I'm impressed. A footnote from an article written in 1913 which contains no arguments. What else have you got?
Come on. The woman's got to be pregnant because otherwise her husband wouldn't suspect her being unfaithful.
Sure, kid. It couldn't be because he saw her sneaking out at night, or because he saw her kissing another man or talking to one, or because she came home late, or because of gossip from the neighbors. Which, by the way, was one of the main ways people in that culture tried to control each other's behavior. Where'd you learn about human relationships? From a copy of Highlights for Children?
Hey, look! It's totally clear at least some of these women certainly will be pregnant. Line up 1,000 guilty adulteresses, using no birth control, and how many of them do you think are gonna be pregnant? 0 of them? I'm not the moron here, you are.
Oh, you're getting really desperate, huh? Relying on happenstance rather than the interpretation of the passage. Like I said, though, the passage doesn't even mention a fetus, which leaves out a miscarriage. Scholars are divided on what kind of condition it actually is. A few say a miscarriage, but like your friend there, they don't have any good arguments for it. Some say it refers to a prolapsed uterus. I don't think that fits. But even if it did, that doesn't mean a miscarriage will follow. In fact, here's what a couple of doctors have to say about that. The only other options I've seen are a prolapse of some other pelvic organ like the bladder, which obviously wouldn't cause a miscarriage, or just plain old sagging flesh. To me that makes the most sense. The words were also used of men, so it couldn't mean exclusively male or female organs. Sagging or extended flesh makes sense because the idea of the penalty was public shame, and if your gut's sticking out and you're walking funny, it would be a pretty obvious condition. So hit the road, kid.
Next question.
Hey, you. A bunch of Bible translations encompassing a wide range of traditions within Christendom and representing a wide range of scholarship say it was an abortion. So what do you say to that?
I'd say that a bunch of translators who don't understand medical conditions made an ill-informed judgment, just like they screwed up turning a bat into a bird because none of them were animal biologists. What's your point?
My point is that for them, miscarriage would be perfectly permissible in this situation. It was the fruit of a forbidden union.
And where did you get that asinine value judgment? One of the greatest heroes in the Bible was Jephthah, and he was the son of a prostitute. There's nothing that says miscarriage becomes more permissible because of who the parents were. Get real.
Oh yeah? Well, I say the meaning of the Hebrew is clear. The word used is related to one that's used of miscarriage in Psalms and Job.
Yeah, that's fine, loser, except the specific object of that word is stated as something else, not a fetus.
Ugh, you're filtering your understanding of the text through your own individual ethics to ignore what most scholars regard as a possible understanding of the idioms. It's a ridiculous standard to insist on the presence of an idiom that does not appear in parallel uses.
Oh, so it's a ridiculous standard to demand evidence and insist on you not begging the question. That's a laugh riot. You want to foist an interpretation because it's possible? I know who's doing the filtering here.
Are there any more questions?
Well, Jerry, here we go again.
You say things aren't going well, you're halfway to hell, you lost everything that counts. Gone is your spouse, and maybe the house, or you haven't lost her pounds. The kids are boring, credit is calling, and did life become this curse? The car won't run, your days done, could things ever get in the way? But then there's old Bill and Sally, and Jerry Springbok too. A little dose of talk show host.